Thanks very much, and ladies and gentlemen, very good to see you. And as you have experienced, we didn't want to rush it. I also, Lars, want to thank you wholeheartedly, you and your team. Of course, everyone in the Commission and all the member states who have shown a huge degree of cooperation and flexibility. And this is a union where it does take 27 to tango. And we did manage to deliver on that. What I've said over and over again in the conversations with many of you is that this is or was a three-step rocket, where we're going to have a first conversation before we would walk into New York, UNGA, on the range. Then we would have the guidance of the leaders, and then we would conclude this at the Environment Council of yesterday. That is a process that we have followed. I think and I'm convinced the result, both on the NDC and on the 2040 targets, is excellent. And of course, as always in politics, the road is never a straight line. It's not a national politics, at least not in my experience, and it is not in European politics in my experience. So let me take a step back and basically exactly as Lars was saying. Leaders have already reaffirmed their strong commitment to staying the course on the climate and environmental goals and harnessing the full potential of the industrial renewal that has to come with it. That is what we have done today. It is a deal, it is an agreement that is pragmatic, that is ambitious, that delivers speed, and it delivers flexibility. And what we need to make sure, and that is at the heart of this, is, and again, I've said that also many times, climate competitiveness and independence need to go hand in hand going forward. All three are essential, but going forward, we need to make sure it is all of those and not one at the expense of the other. That is what Europe needs going forward. Climate competitiveness and independence. Now, climate action, because this new 2040 target sets the next milestones towards climate neutrality, and it also provides the investment horizons our industry needs. That's the other thing that many people have been asking, particularly also from business. Please give us predictability, give us a true north so that we know what we can count on. Competitiveness, because we want Europe's climate leadership also to pay off for our economy. And this in the end is about clean tech. And independence, because we need more and we have to advance this clean transition because it will make us less dependent on others, including dubious regimes on whom we now still unfortunately rely. So we've listened to and worked with literally all parties around the table. That brought us to, I think, a very good compromise. We have agreed to a legally binding headline 2040 target of 90% with a domestic target of 85 and an up to 5 international credits. We have reaffirmed the flexibilities that we've put on the table. As I'm sure you've seen, we are also postponing ETS2 by 1 year, and we're adopting measures on the ETS2 implementation framework to smoothen the launch of it. And we have upheld our commitment, of course, hugely important, of coming to Belém with an ambitious NDC. Again, exactly the range that we have aimed for, 66.25 to 72.5. And my experience, also from the various conversations I've had in New York and one-on-one with many others across the globe, but certainly also when I was in Brasilia a couple of weeks ago, is that the ask was, okay, this is a fantastic range. Could Europe please formalize it? And that is what we have done. So once again, many thanks to everyone. Thanks to you for your patience. And we're very glad we're here.